So hello everyone, I'm Tofu, and welcome back to ArcEnCiel, my rainbow island. So today's going to be a bit of a chill one. We're going to be building the homes so the normal, the peppy and the lazy villagers can move onto the island. We're going to be talking to Mabel here, and obviously trying to get the tailors onto the island as well. And if we can, we'll get the campsite and then the smug villager moved in as well. So let's jump into it. And obviously the first thing I'm going to do, as Mabel is here, let's talk to her and buy some of her wares. She obviously chats a lot to the first time you see her, so I'll just skip past this and see what selection we have for clothing. Okay, so nothing particularly great, but you've just got to purchase any old thing really to make sure that you get her to then want to open a shop here. So we'll buy the gym tee. I could do with a bit of a clothes makeover, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I could hear the balloon, but yeah, let's deal with that just because it's right there. And then we'll talk to Nook, obviously get these homes sorted so we can start building the furniture and moving in the villagers. Well, let's see what we got first. That's a bit of a tease to pop it. 5,000 bells. Cool. Any money we can get early on is always a good thing. Right, let's talk to Nook. You know what? I always forget that we need to build a bridge first. Okay, so our first task given to us by our glorious leader Tom Nook is to build a bridge. And I really like the first bridge that you get, like the... obviously the DIY recipe for the bridge, but it just feels like a bit of a shame that you can't then build more of it. Like, I don't know, I really like the whole log stakes as a bridge thing. Anyway, I believe it is 4 lots of wood stakes that we need, or log stakes, clay and stone. I don't remember the quantity of the clay and the stone, but I'm sure if I just gather the materials and then hopefully we should be good. So I'll just jump into my home and storage and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we've got plenty of clay, plenty of stone, and like I said, it was 4 log stakes, so obviously let's get building those. And here we have the bridge completely constructed. Well, I say constructed, obviously we've got to put it down. And 9 times out of 10 I would put the bridge here, just because it's really close to my home, and I don't know, it's just near the river mouth, and I want to be a little bit different. I guess I'll put it, I suppose if I want it on the bottom part of the island, it would have to be around here. It might actually have to be near the river mouth, honestly, just because of how awkward the river turns and like zigzags and everything. I could put it here, but then that would mean that the little part of the island is accessible and we don't have access to the beach, well, without hopping over with the vaulting pole. I'm going to try here, just see if that works. Oh, grand. I wasn't sure just because of the river curve on that left-hand side, but this is the spot. Obviously, because this is a DIY recipe built bridge, you don't have to pay off Lloyd in order to get the bridge up and running. So that's fantastic. Obviously, we'll go talk to Nook again. Hopefully, he'll give me the home plots. It's time to start some homes. I always kind of forget what the order of early games, so... yeah, it's just a little bit surprising to me sometimes when things like the bridge, I always forget about the bridge, needs to be put down before the homes can be put down. Okay, cool, so I've got the 3 housing kits, and obviously he's just pinged over a load of DIY recipes so that I can build all the furniture for them. So as I usually do, I'm just going to hop over to this side of the river, and we're going to place down a load of houses around the shop, honestly. I tend to put all the houses in the bottom left corner of the island. I don't really know why I do that. It's just generally the bigger space for me to place down homes. And obviously the starter homes are a little bit bigger because you need the space for the furniture as well. So let's just put some down, shall we? I'm going to end up losing just trees no matter where I put them, so I guess it doesn't really matter for now. Oh yeah, and Tom Nook's obviously going to phone me every time I do anything. It's going great. Even though I clicked, I have some ideas. I generally just find it easier to plonk down all 3 housing kits and then just try and build all the furniture for each home. I tend to do all the furniture for one plot specifically and then move on to say number 2 and then move on to number 3. Not necessarily in that order, but I focus on one home as opposed to all 3 at the same time, just so that I can remember what furniture needs to be where. Otherwise it's just a big mess and I completely forget how to game. Okay, obviously phone call number 2 reminds me that I have a ladder, so that I've got to go and get the windflowers or whatever it is. Whatever your starting flower is, you need to make a wreath. That's not enough space. I don't want to get rid of the little trees that I've started to grow. I should probably try and stunt them at some point, but this is the spot for plot number 3. Cool, so that's all 3 plots down. Obviously not in the most optimised positions for just general flow of the island, but that's fine. Obviously we're going to terraform the whole island once we get the ability to. Right, next we're going to grab our DOI bench and obviously bring it closer to the homes, and we're just going to grab a buttload of furniture. The materials. Going to gather a buttload of materials so that we can obviously then build the furniture. So, see you in a second. Oh, this home is such a mess. I suppose it's always the case early game, just because you get random assortment of furniture, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, can't forget our apples, of course. But I've just gathered myself a stack of wood, all 3 woods, stone, iron. I think I've got a little bit of clay on me as well. Not a great deal of clay, so hopefully we don't have to use much more than 10. But we'll see. Obviously I've got to gather the flowers for the reef for home number 2. I don't know why I'm clicking that, because I don't know what furniture I need to build for each plot. So let's have a look, obviously, at plot number 1. So apple chair, TV, and then a pot. Stone stool, stone tablet, and clothesline. So I might need a bit more stone for that one, because obviously the stone items take just a huge amount of materials. But we'll see. So while I'm building the various bits of furniture, I guess I'll go over the ideal villagers that I would want for this rainbow island. So obviously I've got various colours. So if I start off with pink, I think my ideal would be Paolo, the elephant, or then Nana, the monkey. Just, I've not had either of them, and that's going to be a common theme throughout the villagers I'm trying to go for. Just generally, I'm trying to go for different species, and then different villagers that I've never had. Red, this would be the exception, because I guess my ideal characters would be Cherry, the dog, or Rudy, the cat. And I have had both of them, and obviously, if I see Rudy, I'm going to pick him up because he's my boy. I love him. He's just, yeah. He's the elusive boy that I found really difficult to find on just all my islands, to be honest. He's ended up on Utopia, my sheep island, just because I couldn't pass him up when I did see him. But yeah, he will be making his way off of that island at some point, and I hopefully will bring him here. I need to find the stone table. As far as orange colour goes, I think Drift the frog would be interesting, and I don't generally have a lot of frogs. And Maggie the pig as well. I've only ever had Gala, and that was on New Leaf, so pig would be interesting. Yellow, I think Annabelle the anteater or Tybalt the tiger. Again, 2 characters I've not had before. And yeah, obviously we did pick up Nate on the previous villager hunt. And so I imagine he'll stay on the island for quite a while, but we'll see, because obviously I like to swap out characters as well. Doesn't really matter as long as they fit the colour scheme that I'm going for at that time. I need to pick up a load of sticks, so just bear with me a second. In fact, let's just give in the interior, or whatever I've got on me. So TV, chair, and then the pot. Cool, so that obviously gives me the space to pick up the sticks for the clothesline. Right, as far as a green colour for my villagers, I think Opal the elephant or Lyman the koala. Again, not had either, and I think it'd just be interesting. I don't generally have a lot of koalas on the islands that I have. I've had Melba, I've had Aussie and New Leaf, and obviously we've just picked up Sydney in our last villager hunt, so we'll be moving her in today. But yeah, well, again, Sydney's probably going to stay on the island for a little bit, but I might swap and change her, just depending on how we feel. Is that enough for the 10 sticks? I think so, because I already picked up 2, right? That's how math works. I guess we'll check. And here we go. Oh, 10 sticks. I am so genie on Winius. Right. As far as blue villagers, I think Ace, the bird. Who have I got in my notes? Hornsby, the rhino, is someone I've wanted for my jungle island for the longest time, and he just never really came up at the right time. Or Rosie the cat, because she's another one that I've always wanted and has always just kind of eluded me. I've only ever seen her once before, and yeah, I was so determined to go for a different villager that I passed her up. Purple, and obviously I've mentioned Sydney already, but my ideals would be Cleo, the horse, or Rod, the mouse. And Rod's another one that I was going for my jungle island, and he only ever really came up at the wrong time, so I would have liked to have him there, but yeah, it never happened for one reason or another. Again, I'll probably keep Sydney for the longest time, and we'll just swap him out as and when we feel like it, but I'm pretty happy that we got Sydney. Because it's obviously early game, I forgot that you need to place the various bits of furniture outside as well, and just as long as it's within its perimeter. So I'm also struggling because of this tree. Please. There we go. So there's obviously the clothesline. I need to put down the table. Wow. I swear I know how to game. Seriously. I'm a pro after all. Okay, so cool. I guess I'll just have a rest here. As far as the villagers are concerned, then we go with white, and I've mentioned Chevra, and if I wanted Chevra I would have to get Nan because they are pen pals in canon. But Whitney would be cool as well, another wolf that I've always wanted but never managed to get. And I think Cranston would also work, and I've never really had that many ostriches. I've had Flora and I've had Blanche, and I think Cranston would just be an interesting addition. Black villagers, I've mentioned Nan, obviously the goat, and I think Cole the rabbit would be interesting. Again, another villager that I've never had before. Then you've got brown villagers, and we've got Clay, which is one of the favourites of a sub of mine, and obviously is a hamster. I think Bill the duck would work nicely, and I would also consider Crackle the pig. It's a bit more of a beigey colour, I suppose, but I'll allow it for brown. And when I was doing the colour wheel for my villager hunt last time, I didn't actually put grey onto the list. I'm having to check the furniture again just because I didn't actually pay attention, so sorry about that. So stereo, table and a reef. Okay, let's just sort that out. But anyway, as I was saying, I didn't include grey onto the list, but I guess I should. And with that being said, I think the best villagers would be Antonio, Bonbon the rabbit, Antonio's our anteater obviously, and Rizzo the mouse, because I've had Rizzo in New Leaf and I absolutely love him, and I don't think he gets nearly enough love. And I think this would be a good way for people to maybe get to know him a little bit. Who knows? But yeah, I think he deserves a lot more love than he gets. I need to build this toy. Where is it? There we go. So that I can build the table and the stereo. And I have mentioned regarding the island, obviously I would like to put the various villagers into little sections where they live. So obviously if we got, say, Rudy, the red villager, we'd move him into a little section of the island which is mostly red decorated. And I've got a few ideas for certain colours, but not for all of them, honestly. So I think yellow, I might have like a little desert area. Green, I'm considering like a swamp. Blue, I might have just like a custom design code, but try and make it feel like it's a big lake or a pond, something like that. White and black, I really don't know what I'm going to do. It might work better if I just basically do it in the snow. And so white would be easy because I can just make it really kind of Christmassy, and obviously use the various snow decorations as well. But yeah, I still need to work out various colours like purple, red, orange, and like I said, black. I just don't know what I'm going to do there. But if you've got any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I forgot that I need a ladder. Obviously I haven't got one already, so let's build that so I can gather the flowers and make this wreath. And before I do that, I'm just going to quickly submit the 2 items that I've got for the interior, so that I've got enough space to actually pick up the flowers, because yeah, this small inventory space is a bit of a pain. You just get so used to the fact that you've got 40 spaces available to you, and then you go early game and then suddenly it's halved and it fills up so quickly. Like, it's not even funny. Anyway, on our quest for flowers. So, is it 3 of each, I think? I'm pretty sure it's 3 of each. This will be the moment of truth, obviously, when I click on the recipe and find out it's like 5 flowers or something stupid, and then I feel like a fool. Oh, grand, it is actually 3 flowers each, so fabulous. Obviously, just submit that so it's out of my inventory, and then the interior stuff is all done. Fantastic, everything's done for the interior, so I just need to do the exterior now, which obviously I haven't checked. Oh, sorry if it's a little bit all over the place, but yeah, this is generally how I play with the the early bit, especially moving everyone in. So natural garden chair, natural garden table, and a bird bath. So it shouldn't be too difficult to sort that out. And then obviously I've got to remember to put it outside and not try and submit it on the inside. So, all good. Okay, so that's all 3 items for the outside of this home. So let's just put them down. Anywhere will do, he says, and obviously immediately he cannot do it. Okay, fabulous. We have a table. I'm going to put the chair on the other side, if there's enough room. Oh, there is. That's a bit of a surprise, honestly. We'll put a bird bath just on this side, just to be a bit different. Probably block my running path around the DIY table, but that's fine. I can still squeeze by, so it's okay. Right, third and final plot. What do we need? Wooden simple bed, chair, and a classic picture. Okay, so wooden bed, chair, and a picture. Let's get on it. So hopefully I don't need to make anything out of clay for the exterior items of this plot, because I think I have literally 1 bit of clay left. So it would need a little bit of a material grind. But we can hope, we can dream. Right, let's see what the exterior items are. Please no clay. Ooh, a water pump, I'm not sure about that one. That might just be iron though, so we might just get away with it. Let's have a look. Ah, I needed clay. I had an inkling, but I thought might just get away with it. That's a bit of a pain. So I'm going to need to do obviously a grind for the clay and obviously hit some stone. But I guess we'll get the log stool and everything out of the way. So I just need to grind out the clay. Obviously can make this water pump. And then we can skip forward to the next day and have our shiny new bridge and the homes built. Not looking good for clay so far, so obviously more stones to hit. Wow, like 1 clay out of like 4 rocks. That's insane. I'm going to have to go on the hunt for this elusive rock on the top levels, because I've had no luck. Come on, give me the clay. Right, I don't actually believe it, but I didn't get enough clay, so I think I'm going to have to skip to the next day so that I can then obviously try and grind the clay out of those stones again. I don't think it's ever happened to me before, where I've not been able to complete all the houses on the same day. But anyway, it's just what we've got to do, unfortunately, so I will skip to the next day. Obviously, we'll have a brand new bridge, and 2 of the homes will be complete, and then we'll finish this 3rd one. Hopefully we'll get Mabel again so we can buy some more stuff and get closer to having the tailors on the island. So, see you in a second. Okay, so we're not so lucky to get Mabel for a 2nd day in a row. We've got Leaf, so that is at least helpful because I can buy bushes and things. But Mabel would have been nice. It's not really going my way today. Oh, look at our shiny new bridges up. And I keep trying to use the tool ring and it doesn't exist yet. I should really buy that, but I don't want to get distracted. I want this clay. 1. 1 more. There we go. Fabulous. Okay, and with that, every home is done. Obviously, the other 2 have sold signs already, so that's cool. Like I said, I'm really surprised that I had to skip forward a day, because I don't think that's ever happened in any time I've played Animal Crossing, like New Horizons. But wait, this means all the homes and furnishing prep work is done. I read that wrong, but hey, it's fine. Whee! Right. Now, next thing I'm going to do is go to Nook, see if he's got anything to say, because I honestly do not remember. And if he hasn't got anything important to say, I will buy the tool ring and maybe a few other things like pocket organisation. It'll all be grand. Yes, the fencing. I forgot about that. It's amazing how much you forget in the early game. Finally, the tool ring is mine. And now I can completely ignore it. As is the way. Okay, so I bought the tool ring, I bought the pocket organisation, so I now have 30 spots in my inventory, which is really nice. I bought the Pro Design editor as well as the better tool recipe, so I've got a few more things in my DIY recipes now. Let's just go to the top quickly. There we go, so obviously the better axe, shovel, fishing rod, net, etc. So that's going to be really nice. Now let's just purchase some wares off of Leaf. I guess I'll just do my dailies really quickly and then we'll skip to the next day and hopefully we'll get Mabel again. I wish they would just get on with it and didn't be like, well, I'll see you again, and then you have to talk to them again. Like, why can't they just get into, like, you know, I've got stuff to sell. Why have you got to go through this, you know, menu after menu? So just before I skip to the next day, I'm just going to put a couple of apples down and stunt these trees. Just so they've got a little bit of an option when I come to actually designing. That's cool. Hopefully we'll get Mabel for the next day, and then we'll see one of our villagers move in. So, again, see you in a second. Oh, Hamlet's a cutie, isn't he? Look at him, sweeping the dirt. What a good boy. Wow, no Mabel. We're really not feeling any luck today, are we? So we didn't have Mabel on the island again today, but we do have our first villager moving in, the big strong boy that is Nate. I'm sorry that my cap is kind of hitting you in the face. Oh, but look at this boy. He's a happy chappy. Never had Nate before, so I'm pretty excited to have him on the island. He's always one of those characters that you think, like, yeah, it would be cool to have, but you just don't take him for one reason or another. He just doesn't come up at the right time. But I'm very happy to have him now, and obviously you can get to know him, and all is good. Look at him, just sweeping the dirt as well. Such a good boy. Just have a quick peruse of Timmy and Tommy's wares. Nothing I really want to buy, but, you know. Random segue though, as it's getting on in December now, obviously we're getting closer to Christmas. For anyone that does celebrate Christmas, have you got everything, like, bought everything that you wanted to buy, present-wise? Because, yeah, I've got the majority of the stuff done for myself and Mumsy. Generally we get it done quite early, and we got like 80% of it done relatively early. I think there's just one or two little bits that we just need to pick up, so, yeah, it's nice having it all kind of mostly organised anyway. Hopefully you guys are the same and not leaving it to the last minute, because that's always a pain. Oh look, we've got Harv. Okay, that's cool. Hey, how you doing? You live on this island? Yeah, it's my island. Like, Nook pretends it's his, but it's mine. Okay, that's cool. So obviously we've just unlocked Harv's island. Hamlet wants to talk to me, and is he going to give me a gift? Check it out. Okay. Be something good. Drinking fountain. Okay, that's cool. Usually I get given something like a trash can, so actually a drinking fountain is pretty decent. We'll put it out here, right in front of him, so he can then have the zoomies. Yeah, look how happy he is. And away he goes. Okay, so anyway, as I was going to say before he interrupted me, I guess because we've got Harv, we might have Red somewhere on the island as well. So I did put my head into Resident Service just to see if there was anything of interest in the Nook Miles redemption. Not really, but obviously Nook reminded me of the customization workshop, which honestly I don't think I'll do on camera, I'll do it off camera. But it's mostly just kind of fast forwarding so that we can get the villagers in and hopefully get Mabel. I would have liked to get the campsite down as well, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time. It's going to be a very long episode if I did that as well, so we'll focus on the shop, well, the tailors I should say, and obviously the villagers. And yeah, maybe I'll make the campsite the very first thing we do on the next episode for this island. So again, jump cut, see you in a second. And again, we have no Mabel. I actually can't believe it. I don't think it was ever this long that I've not had her on the island. This is... oh, what's going on? But anyway, to distract myself, here is the beautiful Bianca. And it's very nice to see her on the island now. Much like every one of the villagers we've obviously acquired in the last villager hunt, she is someone that I haven't had before. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to having her on the island. Oh, we've finally got her. This is like, what, day 5 or 6 that we've skipped forward from the original day? I don't know. Finally. So we've also got Sydney that's moved in, so we'll go say hello to her. And I had a random thought, but obviously I mentioned Red. I don't know if I can get Red because obviously I haven't upgraded the museum, and if I don't upgrade the museum then obviously Blathers can't accept art, so why would Red show up? But I guess we'll see. What has Mabel got this time round? A track jacket, some funky marble print dress, and some cuffed pants. Let's get the marble print dress and the track jacket. And last but not least, as far as the village is concerned, it's the adorable Sydney. Again, like I said with all the others, I'm just glad to have her on the island and looking forward to, yeah, having her around. Not had her before, and she is a cutie. Look at her. Adorbs. So I've just nipped into the resident services because Nook announced on the morning announcements that the resident services is going to be going into its permanent shiny new building soon. So just wanted to see if there was anything of interest just before that obviously happens, because it will be closed for tomorrow. Not that it really matters, because obviously I skip forward in time, so tomorrow is not that long of a time if you skip forward a day or two. Nothing of interest, so I guess skip forward. Hopefully we'll get Mabel for the third and final time we could put down the shop. And we do have Mabel for the third day, so thank God. I really was a bit worried that she wouldn't show up and I'd have to skip forward like another 5 days or something. Obviously resident services is closed, so we can't be using those services, but that's okay. Hello Mabel, I'm sure you've got something to give to me. I was wondering if there'll be enough space here on the beach next to the Blather's tent and the various villager homes, the starter homes, but honestly, I don't think so. It's probably too close to the water. Yeah, that's a shame. Obviously, if I'd planned it better, Blather's tent could have gone just a lot closer to the villager homes and probably would have been able to fit it, but there we go. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, great, this is a spot. Wow, okay, that caught me off guard a little bit, but sure. Can I get by here still? I can. Oh, fabulous. Bianca wants to talk to me. Hello. Oh, got me a gift. A handcart. Sure. She's telling me I'm lazy and that I need to do more work around the island. Thanks, Bianca. Okay, one final skip forward. We should have the tailors up and running, and obviously the resident services should be in its brand new building. So, hopefully for the last time, see you in a second. So honestly, I've skipped forward a day or two. As you may notice, we've got the brand new resident services. We have Isabel on the staff on the island, and I just want to make sure that the tailors was actually up and built, and we're going to have a ceremony to finish off the episode in front of the tailors. Oh, we've got the first snow of the island, so yeah, cool. I've just been dragged to the airport so that I can meet Lottie for the first time. At least it makes sense that she's wearing that big puffer jacket, because obviously it's the first day of snow on my island, so it's meant to be getting cold. Whereas I'm pretty sure she wears that just all the time, right? Or is that just me? Is she usually wearing a dress? I really don't remember. So here we are at the ceremony, so I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that watched this, and if you enjoyed, please hit like and consider subscribing if you haven't done already. As for my next few videos, on this island I'm planning to put down the campsite and obviously see which smug villager we get, and then go on a villager hunt pretty quickly after that. On Utopia, my all sheep island, I plan to kick out a non-sheep villager and then go on a villager hunt for there. And like I mentioned previously, I have got a trivia video on the works, so hopefully that'll be coming out relatively soon. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and until the next one, obviously, have a good one. Hooray! Cheers guys, see you soon.